Hi, my plate. Let's get cooking.
Hello chefs and welcome back to Junior Chefs. So once again, we are going to make an awesome pizza pasta salad. It is a great summertime recipe with lots of cool ingredients, and guess what? It tastes like pizza. So I'm Chef Kia, we have Chef Jack and Chef Jillian. And so you ready to get started? All right, we have our mise en place over here, and we need to make the vinaigrette first. So guys, what kind of vinaigrette are you gonna make?
A red wine vinaigrette.
Yes. Let's get our red wine vinegar. And then what other parts of our mise en place do we have?
We have our olive oil, our black pepper, our garlic powder,
Garlic,
and our oregano.
oregano, a little bit of salt in there too.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So why don't you guys start measuring out everything that we need here. Get you your bowls and cups. So it's always good to make sure that you stay organized in the kitchen, okay? We got out all of our mise en place first before we begin to cook. So let's get started with measuring out a little bit of black pepper and salt. There we go. And we'll do a nice half a teaspoon of salt in here, right in the bowl. There you go. Got yours? Chef Jillian, why don't you measure out our garlic powder? It's gonna add in some good pizza flavor. Always need a little garlic powder.
Half teaspoon of black pepper.
Right in here. Jack, you want some oregano?
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you. Half a teaspoon of oregano.
And then let's get in a little bit of the vinegar. Measure that. How much are you putting in there?
A fourth of a cup.
Yep, get that right in here. We're gonna use a liquid measuring cup, so we're measuring that liquid. And then you can see that Chef Jack is getting nice and eye level to go right over here to make sure that the liquid is right up to the line. And that all in here, good. And
Okay.
switching over, let's get in, Chef Jillian, you wanna measure out our olive oil? And we're gonna use the same one just to incorporate those flavors. And how much are you measuring?
A half a cup.
That's right. So start whisking that up. Alrighty, and put the lid on it. There we go. Nice steady stream. And what that's gonna do is thicken our vinaigrette. Oh, great, great, great. That's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side. So now that we have our yummy vinaigrette, it's time for the good stuff. And remember, we're making a pizza pasta salad, so we need the ingredients that are just like in a pizza. So now we're getting to the good stuff. And so we have all of our ingredients that we're going to use in our pizza pasta salad. But chefs, we need to start chopping, so let's get on those cutting gloves, okay?
Chef Kia, what's the reason that we use the cutting gloves?
Definitely need to use cutting gloves to protect your hands, okay? So we have this good material here because we're using a chef knife and a paring knife today to do some dicing and chopping. So the cutting glove is there, so that way you don't cut those fingers off, okay? So Chef Jack, what ingredient do you want to cut?
I'll take the tomatoes.
Alrighty, tomatoes, there you go.
Thank you.
And I'll take one too. And then what are you gonna have?
I'll take the cheese.
Alrighty. There we go. So once again, we have some sharp cheddar and then we have some mozzarella. It's gonna have some good flavor. And with your cheese, how are you gonna dice that? You wanna do a small dice, a chop, a mince? What do you wanna do?
I think I'm gonna do a chop.
All right, I'm just gonna go and cut that up there. And I will use the paring knife. You can use your chef knife there to chop off the yummy cheese. We have our mozzarella and then we have our cheddar sharp, so you can just get started here. And then with the tomato, I'm gonna show you a really cool thing because we really wanna make sure that our knife cuts are very uniform. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice down my tomato. Whenever you're cutting, you need to make sure that you're cutting on the flat side. So you can see how the tomato is nice and rounded here. I'm gonna turn it over to the flat side and I'm gonna slice that in half again. So then we have this meat in here. Don't want that because it's just gonna make our cuts a little messy. So I'm gonna take that out. There we go. Put that into my garbage bowl. And then do a nice little slice. And then right after you slice, you can dice. And you can see Chef Jack is doing the same, making sure he's slicing out the meat, so that way we have a nice clean cut of the tomato. Cut right in here. So let's cut up all of this.
It's always a fight in my family to see what type of pizza we're gonna get.
Because everybody likes something different. Alright, so let's cut this off. But this is gonna be really, really awesome because when you taste it, it's gonna taste just like a delicious pizza. Okay. But the better thing about it is, so it's good for summertime. Okay, so we have our pasta here. I made sure that I got my tricolor pasta because then you're having a little bit of vegetable in there too. There we go. We can start adding that here. I'm gonna pass that down to you. Start on our plate. Then I'm gonna get our vinaigrette here. So that way we can start adding on to it. We get this a little whisk. And our pasta. And so we have a large pot, some boiling water. Make sure it's salted. And then with the spiral pasta, it needs to cook for 10 to 12 minutes, okay? Typical pasta, you want it to be al dente or to the bite. But since this is a pizza pasta salad, you want it just cooked a little bit slightly more, so that 11 minutes or so is good, okay? So it's just a little softer. So start mixing this around.
Here are our tomatoes.
Oh, start adding them in. There we go. Tomato.
Our tomatoes in.
Perfect. Got a good mix. So now we're gonna start to build on the color, okay? And color's a really good thing too because the more colorful your meal is, typically the healthier it is as well.
And I'm gonna fold this in because if I'm just stirring, it could break and it's not gonna stir as easily.
There we go. Good job incorporating those good colors in there. Let's add in the cheese. Awesome.
I always like several different kinds of cheese in anything that I make just because it gets a lot of flavor in there.
Exactly. Fold that in there too. And chefs, we are forgetting my favorite, okay? We have to add in the pepperoni. So let's teach them something a little bit different. I mean, typically you can just throw them in there, but that would be boring, okay? How about we chiffonade the pepperoni? Everybody say chiffonade?
Chiffonade.
Chiffonade. And chiffonade in Italian means ribbons, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pepperoni. It's a little oily, but that's okay. A little pepperoni juice on your fingers. Roll it up. You're gonna put it seam side down on your cutting board. And then I'm gonna take my paring knife and I'm gonna do a nice slice, okay? So it's nice and uniform. I'm gonna break that up in there.
What other cuts could we do to put them in there?
You know, I think what we could have done is you can cut them on a bias, you know, or at an angle. You can chop it up just like you did with your cheese and sort of kind of blend that into the vinaigrette and you're really, really creative. Or if you want to, you can leave them whole. Just gonna keep folding it in, mixing it up with that vinaigrette. Looks good. And so the really cool thing about this is that the longer it sits, the better flavor it gets. Okay, let's mix that up. And let's add a little bit of green onion. I'm gonna slice that down for me. Green onion or scallion. Got some more pepperoni? Awesome. Chef Jack, Chef Jillian has left not one, not two, but 3 things of cheese in the bowl, okay? So I know we like cheese, so why don't you take care of that? Here, I'll even take one, okay? So your cut's in here like a nice little chop. So we'll keep in with the same and we'll get a nice chop of the cheese because it's a pizza pasta salad, so you need more cheese. There you go. You can see we're always making sure that we have our hands behind the blade. A lot of times you try to hold your knife like this and it's all wiggling around. You want to make sure that you have a nice grip on your knife.
And you also want to hold your other hand like this so you don't cut your fingers.
Exactly. It's a nice sawing motion, but we're going to chop this up. There we go. Always making sure safety first, looking down at our cutting boards. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Cheese, cheese, cheese. And some more cheese.
And more cheese.
And more cheese. All right, mix that up. Delicious. So thank you guys for making me dinner. I'm gonna have all this and you guys can have a glass of water. Is that okay?
No, it's not.
No.
Okay. And here we have it, our pizza pasta salad.
Wait a second. What about the Parmesan?
You're right. We do need some Parmesan in here, don't we? All right, Jill, why don't you get some Parmesan? You're right. You know, you saved the pizza pasta salad. We definitely need some Parmesan.
You can't have pizza without Parmesan.
Not have pizza without Parmesan. Da-da-da-da. Take the top off. Sprinkle it all in there. Okay, not too much. We'll do a Parmesan warning.
Okay, I know you like cheese, so I'm gonna put the top back on.
Yeah, well, and fold that out of there. Perfect. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Chef Jack. Good job. Parmesan, Parmesan. Okay, you want to do the honors? Sure. Do a good fold in here. Perfect. Okay, so now can I say we're
Yes.
good to go?
I think we're good.
All right, and now we have our pizza pasta salad. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, so now we've completed our recipe of this wonderful pizza pasta salad. And as you can see, we've gotten our station nice and clean, spick and span. Because remember, chefies, when you cook, you clean. You want to make sure that you have everything nice and organized. You want to make sure that you're completely wiping down your table space here so that way it's not messy and all that good stuff. But now it's time for the fun part because we need to plate. All right, so plate right over here. Let's make this look pretty, chefs. So who remembers what delicious ingredients we have in here?
Oh, we have pepperoni, pasta, tomatoes.
We have different kinds of cheeses.
So we had our cheddar, sharp cheese, and our mozzarella. I'm just trying to get a nice tall pile there.
Whenever you're plating your dishes, you want some height and you want volume.
Good. All right, so can I just leave it like that? I mean, that does look good. But, I mean, this is
I
just
think we need a
regular.
garnish on top.
You think we need a garnish?
I think we need a garnish.
All right, let's make a garnish. So you want to really utilize the ingredients that are already in your salad. So I'm going to garnish with green onions, scallions on the top. Give it some more color. There we go. And you can use cool things like scissors. Right on the top here. Looking good, looking good. All right, so now I'm done, right? Looking good?
I think you could use a little more cheese on there.
You think we need more cheese?
More cheese.
Parmesan.
Okay, more cheese, all right. Here you go. Now let's do the honors here. Let's get some more cheese. Sprinkle that. See, now I would have just used my fingers and put a little bit over the top, but I guess if you want to do the whole thing, more cheese.
We need cheese.
Okay, it is a pizza pasta salad. So here is our delicious pizza pasta salad. So excited about this. And you know what, chefs? Next we have to do dessert, and we are gonna make a delicious summertime strawberry frozen yogurt, okay?
Yummy.
Yes, delicious, delicious, but I think I'm gonna have this all for myself and you guys can just fend for yourselves. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
okay.
Yeah?
Wait, what?
Yeah, just for me. Is that all right?
No.
No? All right, fine. Let's go. Get something to eat.
Junior chefs will be right back.
First, chefs, it's really important that you are practicing kitchen safety, okay? So remember, make sure you ask an adult if you're utilizing any sharp tools or objects in the kitchen, okay? So let's talk about knife skills. There's a few things that you can use when chopping up fresh produce, meats, and things like that. So of course we have our paring knife, okay? Very sharp. But if you're not too great with using our paring knives or chef knives, you have other options. My favorite, we have some safety knives here. And these are made with plastic, and these are to protect you from cutting yourselves. So we're gonna talk about how to properly cut our garlic, okay? We're gonna mince the garlic today. But before I begin to cut, I have my cutting board here, and I need to stabilize it. And that is really important because when you're cutting, you don't want your cutting board to be moving around. So all you have to do, really easy chef's trick, you're gonna take a paper towel, get some water, wring it out, open that back up, put that right on your table, nice and flat, and then your cutting board goes on top so it's not moving around. So once again, getting back to this yummy garlic here, we have our garlic clove with the husk or the paper on the outside, so we need to remove it. I'm gonna take my green safety knife here, the back part of it, back portion, and I'm gonna make sure that my garlic is on the flat side, okay? Nice and secure, I'm gonna put it on the flat side. Now here's the fun part, taking the back of your knife, use those muscles, use the heel of your hand, and push down, there you go, and it's gonna smash it. Then all you have to do is peel off that husk paper, because remember, we don't want to eat that. Put that into your garbage bowl. So I have my garlic clove here. Handling your knife, a lot of times, everyone always puts their finger on the top here. That is not correct. Remember, we're real chefs here, okay? So you want to have a nice sturdy grip, and I'm gonna slice down. It feels really funny at first, but practice makes perfect. So now I have my garlic slices, and remember, we want to mince. And when you're mincing your garlic, you're gonna chop it so teeny tiny that it almost starts to liquefy. So every slice, we're gonna start to dice it. So I'm gonna turn it this way. No fingers on the top, okay? Because that's gonna make you wiggle wobble. No fingers on the top. And then I'm gonna slice down. So now I'm going from a slice to a dice or a chop. But remember, chefs, what's our knife skill today? We're going to be mincing. So we're gonna need to make it even smaller. Here we go. So now I'm going to take my knife, once again, holding it nice and secure, have my fingers over the top, and I'm gonna do what's called a windmill. There you go. Chop, chop, chop. So now, chefs, my garlic's getting really sticky, so I'm gonna have to take it off the knife, okay? Really important, okay? I'm not gonna put my fingers on the bottom. I'm just gonna push down this way. Use the back of your knife, scrape it all up. So now I'm gonna finish the job out with my paring knife. Again, scraping it up here, because I don't wanna dull the knife. Remember, chefs, how do we need to hold it? Not like this, this is incorrect. You wanna have a nice sturdy grip, and then you're gonna slice. Even when I have my hands on top, making sure that they're not anywhere near the bottom or the blade. So now I have some delicious minced garlic. And the smaller you mince your garlic, actually the more flavor it's gonna have. Go. Nice little tiny pieces, okay? And that's all from that one clove. So I am super excited about our next recipe, which is gonna be strawberry frozen yogurt. Nowadays, you have all of these different gadgets and things like that that you can utilize to make ice cream and yogurts, but really all you need is a food processor, okay? And some frozen fruit. So when you have yummy things like some fresh strawberries, which are awesome because they're in season, June through August, you're getting really, really great flavor, and they're going to be less expensive too, so you can't beat that. So like I was saying, if you have any fresh produce that you're not going to utilize and you don't want to go bad, make sure you freeze it. So all you need to do is just take the stems off, like that. I want to eat it just like that. The strawberries here, and then Chef Jillian, just pass me that little plastic bag. Take some stems off, pop them in the plastic baggie. 3. Close it up, make sure that it's airtight, and pop them in the freezer, okay? Strawberries, bananas, grapes, anything. And then you can use it to make frozen yogurt in this case, or some delicious smoothies, okay? So put these in the freezer, and I'll take out our strawberries that are already frozen. So we're just gonna add a few ingredients into our frozen yogurt. So we have some vanilla. We'll get our yogurt here. And you can do like a fat-free yogurt or light yogurt, that'd be good for you. And then we need something sweet, so we're gonna add a little honey. And we have it turned upside down here so that way it can come out a little easier. All right, chefs, let's switch over here. I'll add in the strawberries. Okay, and you guys start measuring out the vanilla, the honey, and the yogurt.
Okay.
Here. Start doing that right into my food processor. And remember, it's frozen yogurt, so you want it to be frozen.
And how much sugar should I put in?
Here we go. So for the vanilla yogurt, why don't we do good 2 tablespoons?
Okay.
Chef Q, could you hand me the cooking spray, please?
Sure. What are you gonna use cooking spray for?
The honey.
That's right. There you go.
So I'm using cooking spray with the honey so it doesn't stick to my measuring spoon.
Give it a good spray. Perfect.
Open up my honey.
And that is an awesome chef's secret. It works great with honey, corn syrup, so that way it doesn't take so long to get it into our food processor here. So we're gonna add in a little bit of citrus. I have lemon and lime, and our strawberries are already super sweet, and this is just gonna wake it up. So let's give it a little roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There we go. Get our honey board here. Careful, and I'll slice it down. Okay. Some delicious limes, and then get our juicer. All right, give that a good squeeze in there.
So here is our honey.
Adding that in. And let's get in our honey and watch how quick that pours out. Dump it right in, nice and clean, and it doesn't take all day. Perfect. All right, now last you just need in a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Put right over the ramekin here. And then that's all we need. We're gonna pulse this up, and then we have delicious strawberry frozen yogurt. Right in here. And I'm using a clear vanilla. Clear vanilla is pretty awesome. It's so floral and very fragrant as well. Right in here. It's gonna add really good flavor.
I always love the smell of vanilla.
I know. All right. So who wants to pulse it? Here we go. All in here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. Good, good, good. So now we have our yogurt. I'm gonna put this right in here, and then it just needs a few minutes to set in the freezer, and it will be good to go. Scoop this out. You can even smell it, so it's delicious.
Yeah.
Here. So I'm just gonna put it in my pretty glass now and place this in the freezer. Or Or if you want to, you can just put it in a nice container and store it, and then you'll have it for whatever you want.
So Chef Kia, what is your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit, you know what? I love strawberries, but definitely love mangoes, blueberries. So you can get really, really creative with this recipe, and you can add in your favorite fruit, okay? All right. Great job, chefs. Here. And just give it a few minutes, and then it will be good to go. And welcome back. Now it is our favorite part. We have to taste all of our yummy treats here. And so we made our pizza pasta salad, and just look how awesome that looks. The colorful pasta, and the fact that we only made it in like 20 minutes. It's great for summertime. What else did we put in here, chefs?
We put some cheese, some tomatoes.
Yeah, some cheese. What?
We need some more cheese.
Some more cheese?
More cheese.
Okay, put some more cheese on there. They like cheese. So we have cheese and cheese and cheese and tomatoes. What else? Here you go. You want to serve yourself over here,
We have
buddy?
some pasta, which is our main ingredient.
That's right. That delicious pizza vinaigrette, red wine vinegar, oregano, garlic powder, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. Makes it all come together so that it tastes just like, oh, here's my plate too, that it tastes just like pizza. All right, chefs, you can dig in.
All right.
See what the bread is. This looks great.
Looks good.
Really, really good?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Nice summertime treat. I'm gonna get me a piece of cheese too, and tomato. You have to get all the flavor on your fork. Ooh,
Tastes just like pizza.
Mm-hmm. Delicious, delicious.
Except it's healthier, so.
That's good too. That is true. All right, chefs. All righty. Tell me about what we made here. They don't even want to get right into the eating. Taste it. Our strawberry frozen yogurt.
It's really good.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
See, what we did was a little zest of citrus. We put some orange on here. Nice, bright flavors. Strawberries in season. Lime juice, lemon juice. Is it excellent?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
So I know you want to make this at home. You can check out our recipes at aibtv.com, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.